Following on from my last blog, I wanted to spend this week focusing on how to write a book. So one of the most important steps, I think, is to know what you're writing. Like, what's the point? I've seen so many people who just want to write a book. And yes, it's amazing to say that you've written a book, but I don't think it's useful if it doesn't do a good job of selling you as an expert. Like, what is the point? So part of knowing what you are writing is getting really clear on who you're writing for and what you want them to know. Some of the worst books I've seen are not written for anyone. They're a brain dump of, here is everything I know so far. I really hope you like it. And I think a book that positions you as an expert needs to add value to the reader. So while knowing who you are writing for is the best first step, knowing how you write is definitely the second. So are you a small and often writer or a long and hard kind of person? Some people like to write often. They make it part of their daily routine. And writing a book in small, regular chunks is a great way to do this. It's very sustainable, and you can write, meaning that you can continue to think, sell and deliver every week, which keeps your income and your delivery commitments nice and smooth. Other people like to remove themselves from life. They like to create a space for writing as a project. So they go away, they fully immerse themselves in the project of writing. And I don't think either process is wrong, but I think it's worth thinking about what your preferences are and your style of writing. I think that the only mode that is compulsory for thought leaders is authoring. You can choose your individual or blended delivery methods, whatever ones you enjoy, but I think authoring is everything. Authoring is about getting yourself out into the world with books, blogs, podcasts, papers, creating the things that you want the world to know. So writing books is a huge part of getting known for knowing something. And based on that, I think having a daily writing habit is essential. It might take some time. Consistency of habit will get you good, and authoring consistently will get you known. With the who and the how out of the way, the next part is to create a structure. And when I'm writing a book, I like to think of it as a series of containers that I fill. So I decide what the containers are that I think will give the reader the information that they need. What I need to give them to achieve the result that the book promises. Now, not all books come with a promise, but if you consider the outcome you want the reader to have, it's well worth going back and checking whether or not you have achieved this. I like to name each chapter. Even these working titles, don't get too hung up too early on what things are going to be called, because the name may not become apparent until you've actually written the title. I start by shuffling pink sheets into piles that suit each chapter, and I like to treat each chapter as a small book, starting at the beginning and writing to the end. Then you have 6 to 10 blocks of work that will actually make up your book. And as with any project, making sure that you have the right help and support is a really good idea. There's loads of people who can help you write a book. There are designers, graphic artists, graphic designers and editors. There are editors who will proof your work, and there are editors who will work in partnership with you to create a structure to write the book that you want to write. You can get as little or as much help as you like, but I think knowing your gaps and filling them with the right people is super smart. You can self-publish, or you can work with a publisher. You can have a simple book or something elaborately designed, but I think the best plan is to start with the end in mind, and spending time deciding and designing the outcome is never wasted.